Welcome, Professor. So what do you think about college students being exempt from the draft?
Well, these kids are the future of America, and they're students, not soldiers, so they don't deserve or need to fight in a war that they have no connection to.
With recent criticism, what have you done to promote your view on this issue?
So recently, the War Board has forced colleges nationwide to send their student rankings, which causes the lowest ranking students to be forced into the draft. So what myself and other students and faculty at the University of Chicago have done is we're refusing to provide the score reports to the War Board so we can protect our students from the draft.
What do you want the outcome of your protests to be?
So we hope to send a message to the government. So we want to inspire other colleges nationwide to do what we're doing and to protect their students from the draft. And so doing this will hopefully tell the government that they can't force people to do something they don't deserve to do.
Well, thanks for your time, Professor McCringleberry.
Thanks for the opportunity.
Take a seat, Mr. Rennie Davis. So we know you participated in the March on Washington. So what was your experience while there?
You know, man, it was crazy. There was cops and National Guard everywhere. It was such a big group of people, all so diverse, all from different backgrounds, working towards one common goal. It was really cool to see that. I was both there physically and spiritually.
So what exactly does civil disobedience mean to you?
It's a right that everyone has, and I think they should express it however they want. Yeah, we break laws sometimes, but we do it non-violently and we pay the consequences. And if you're not willing to break laws for what you believe in, are you really living?
How do you believe President Lyndon B. Johnson's new policy of escalation changed the Vietnam War?
Although some aspects of the Viet Cong were bad, it definitely wasn't worth all the innocent lives we were sending over there just to die. The negatives definitely outweigh the positives, and that just goes to show you that if war was the right answer, maybe we weren't asking the right question.
All right, well, thank you for your time, Rennie Davis.
Nah, it's all love, brother.
Nice to see you, Mr. President.
Thank you for having me.
First off, the question everyone's been asking, why are we even in Vietnam?
We are in Vietnam to not only protect the citizens of the United States, but to also protect the countries near Vietnam from communist ideals and to protect the Vietnamese citizens from an oppressive government. And this government starves them from the fruits of freedom.
So are there any ways to negotiate with the Viet Cong, or is violence the only option?
We have tried to negotiate with the Viet Cong for a while now, and on several terms, but after repeated failed attempts, my administration, has concluded that there is no honorable treaty that will bring an end to this conflict and also respect the millions of people that died in this conflict. Henceforth, my administration has come to the conclusion that violence is the only option to end this oppressive regime.
Finally, what do you have to say for the protesters out there who believe the Vietnam War is a pointless bloodbath?
You know, I respect their point of view, despite my disagreement. It is their constitutional right to protest in a prosperous country free from the grips of communism. But when there is injustice in the world, it must be rectified, no matter the cost.
Hi, today we're back at a former battleground just outside the city of Mai Khe, a border town between North and South Vietnam during the war. Today we're joined by two veterans who fought in this exact location. Captain Reed and Private Moreland served extensively during the Vietnam War, specifically here, just outside the village of Mai Khe. Records say that their platoon saved over a dozen lives in combat on that day. What's it like emotionally revisiting this memorable site after dozens of years?
It's hard, you know. I've had a lot of bad memories of this place. But it gives me sort of peace of mind that, you know, it's all over now. It gives me a new perspective.
I mean, yeah, it's hard. Lost a lot of friends here. But, like he said, it brings me a sense of peace. You know, I mean, this place is beautiful outside the war.
So does anything in particular strike your memory on that heroic day where y'all saved so many lives?
You know, it's just the same day, bro. I saved the guy right over there. It's hard sometimes, you know. The war you might be safe one day, next day you're flying home in a body bag. You know, it swallows up these young men. I can't believe I was one of them.
You know, I was in charge of the company that day. I just remember smoking my cigarette, the only thing that could calm my nerves during the war. But I guess the one thing that I took away from it all is once we started saving those young men, you know, I just learned that I should never take life for granted. You know, what happened on that day on the ridge, it affects how I live my life today.
So how did the war affect your life back at home?
You know, it was a struggle at first. It took me a while to adjust back to normal. Man, I had nightmares about this like almost every night, you know. I got scared just walking around the dang city. You know, it was hard. I don't even know how to say it. It was a dark place in my life.
You know, coming back from the war, I had post-traumatic stress disorder. My brain just could not adjust back to normal life. You know, going from combat to just normal life in the matter of a few hours. You know, that's just the one thing they didn't prepare us for. And I couldn't do it. I got into drinking. But you know, what really helped me in my life was just meeting up with people like Private Moreland and yourself. You know, people who asked me about my experiences, about my life during the war, who actually cared. I think that's probably what saved my life in the end.